Okay. I was down in something, South by Southwest.
Yep.
Oh, you do, huh? You know Burning Man?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Never been to either.
I was Burning Man a couple of years ago. That was my
Nice.
boy. Yeah, that was fun. First of all, I was like wallpaper. Nobody noticed me. My question, people dressed as nothing or as giraffes, it's just a wonderful art thing. But I've been to South by Southwest a couple of times, and this is sort of like Burning Man with commerce.
Okay. Nice.
So Rock Center on NBC saw me there in one of my question mark suits and did a little bit. But the next guy, I ran into this guy there. Show the next slide. What is that, 32? Oh, no, 31. Yeah. Now, this is the guy, he grabbed me because actually he found out he's a neighbor in Bethesda. He just got $500,000 from the government, him and they gave $500,000 like to 12 organizations to help sell solar. So to do a website to help people figure out how to do solar for their house or not. Run the video on him, okay? So I go to your website, which is free, right? I put in my zip code, and it says I can save X hundreds, thousands, or whatever if I go solar. How much does planet going to save? Exactly. Doing it. And what's the third thing?
How much energy you'll produce. Some people are really energy power. Some people don't want to just draw. Yeah, some people don't want to draw their power off the grid. They actually want to be a power producer.
I see. So I can fight the utilities now.
Exactly. Nobody likes Con Ed, Pepco, Southern California.
And you see, there's still a lot of subsidies for this.
Exactly. And that's why, like in Rhode Island, there's just a brand new one. It just came up. Maryland's great.
Another thing I heard is that I think we got some big government money to help do this thing, yeah?
Exactly. We got $500,000.
Wow!
From,
was that a loan?
No, it was a grant.
Really? $500,000 grant for his website?
Exactly.
God, that's terrific. Leave that up, Eric, because this is the next thing I want to talk about. Yeah, and this is the program at the Department of Energy, that talks about. It's called the Sunshot Initiative. So they want people, America to realize, do you live in a good place that deserves solar? That'll make funding now. So I went, show the next slide. Because now once he got that $500,000, he's an entrepreneur. He raised another $13 million from venture capital after he got $500,000 free to do this website. Yeah. Then he's able to take that, parlay it into $13 more million, have a bigger company. That's why he had such a big booth on this thing. So show the next slide, Eric. So I went onto the site. You go to that site, GeoStellar, and this is my house. So I put in my address, and they have all this gobbledygook, somebody behind the back room doing all this stuff that shows I save $11,000 if I go solar, And then also show the next thing. Then it shows you how much it's going to cost you to go solar. So it'd be like $18,000. A little hard to read the yellow, which is there. It says $18,000, but there's subsidies, $2,800, $2,600 in state and local subsidies, and then $5,600 in federal subsidies. So my actual cost is only $10,000, and then it has a graph. So when do I get my $10,000 back? See, so in a couple of years, I break even, and for the rest of my life, I just keep, making more money. Now. And what they have now is loan programs or grant programs. In other words, so they will, now there's companies, and they're one of them, they get you the money, so you don't need money, you don't need that 10 grand. They lease it to you, so your utility bill goes down by $200. So you take $100 of that and pay back your note, and you're saving $100, see? So everybody sort of the wins win, and then you got it for life. And there's some complications with that. So, don't jump in. Don't forget, anybody selling you stuff, he's got $13 million behind him. So you got to make sure it's good for you. It's going to be good for him, right? So you know that. Get the next slide up. So to find out, there's sources about that. The government is good about all this kind of stuff. This is one of the organizations. This is a big database of all the programs. So if you go to www.naseo.org, and you click on your state, you know, and it'll show you the local energy person. So if you're in Maryland, the district, Virginia, or California, or whatever, talk with them because they are, you know, they're going to be independent. Everybody else selling you something, you have to be careful about. You may make money. I mean, in theory, it works, you know, but you really want to be sure because we're not armed well enough to talk to experts like that who spent the last 5 years figuring this out and figuring out how to get your money, you know.
I wouldn't know where to start.
Exactly. So that's why this place is every state has an energy conservation office, and they would be the best place to find free help to help you make that decision. Now, another place, go to 37, Eric, too. This is another place to find out about subsidies for anything on, remember he was talking about subsidies. And I don't know if we got that. Is that 37? Okay, that one. Okay, now that one is another database that's kept by the government of all the subsidies available. So you could pick your state and whether it's, you know, for buying a solar, you know, a heating system or getting an electric car or just getting new, you know, water flow things in your shower or anything you want. You go to that site, click on your state, and they're all there and how to take advantage of them. You know, so like before you buy new appliances, you go there and check out because all the new appliances are more energy, saving than the old ones. So a lot of them have that. So that's why, you know, it sounds like a great deal, and sure, I mean, that's the future, I think. You know, we can't be burning coal for the rest of our life, you know, to do this. And he has a neat idea that's got a lot of government backing, and the government wants to do that. Well, I got one other video I want to show. In number 70, Eric, get that ready. This is another guy on Kickstarter. Now, what he does, his business is really selling you tchotchkes with your name on it. You know, like you know, the coffee mugs and
personalized
the all that kind of. Well, he developed a new thing. They used to have. Remember the things that when it heats, it changes color. There used to be like a coffee mug. You put the coffee in it, and it'll change color because the heat does something to the chemical and makes it change.
I remember T-shirts like
that.
that.
Well, now they're having that. But see, the old T-shirts used to change color mostly under the armpits.
Embarrassing.
Right. So now they've solved that problem, and he has that. But he has a great video. I love this video. I don't know. There's something so charming about this video. Why don't you run it, Eric, and we watch this video?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah. Oh, so you know about this. Okay. Now, why are you going to buy that T-shirt? Because of the artist, right? No other reason. I mean,
Go dancing.
Isn't it fantastic? And I was talking to the guy who runs this, and heat reaction T-shirts. So you're looking for this. Want to see this again? Go to Kickstarter and go to heat reaction T-shirts. And but I mean the arts. I mean this is all there. And I asked him this guy is in Minnesota somewhere.
Okay.
And talked to him. He's like a normal kind of business guy, you know. I said, "Where'd you get that dancer?" I thought it was going to be him or something. No, he said his wife, who's Canadian. It's her brother and another. So it's his in-laws from Canada who have degrees in theater tech.
Okay.
Right. I don't even know if we have that degree down here, do we?
I haven't come across it.
Yeah, I know.
but-
I haven't either. So Canada, to me, was always one of those more, progressive countries. I mean, that Cirque du Soleil came out of there.
Yes.
With its government supported. That's why it happened, right?
Yeah, they've got a
And-
lot of great support for the arts in Canada.
Exactly. So I mean that and see, that's what's happening. See, we need that. It's all about communication and all the arts and and that's why what you're doing is to me is so important. And I don't know why our society doesn't reclassify it or something. I mean that's why. If you're going to create, you're responsible for creating jobs, improving productivity, and all these other things, not just the arts. I mean, people think of arts as crayons, and it's not. I mean, and to me, it's in the future. It's that brain that's going to make us survive. I mean,
Exactly. It's going to solve that technological problem.
Exactly. And if we don't have that creativity, which you encourage, and then we're all cooked.
Well, I appreciate you saying that because it's what gets us up in the morning in there.
Yeah, but I mean, it must be so frustrating, for being in the business and not. And how do you communicate? But I get frustrated telling my stuff too. I guess that's. That's
you mentioned it that people think that it's not for them or that it's haughty or something, but it's it really invades all of our lives in different ways.
Just to be
now.
able to do what those kids did.
Yeah.
I mean, that starts you on the back.
Yeah.
Just to do that, to see what's available to spark. I mean, because we have all the technology that's easy to do that now and all that.
To
kind of
know
stuff.
how to make a compelling video.
Right,
no one
exactly,
travels without a
phone, or camera, and all,
anymore. And
yeah, it's all great. Well, you've been so great to talk with and share this with, and I'm going to be at their bash. That's next Saturday,
May 4th.
May 4th. At the
Arlington Arts Center.
Center.
Tickets are going fast, but you can
Right,
go
right.
you can go to our website at arlingtonartscenter.org, and it's
Okay.
really a low cost event, but a lot of fun. And
Yeah,
come out.
support these guys, because if we don't support the arts, man, we're all screwed. We are, and you got to get out there and support this to encourage that creativity. We're not going to solve our problems by just doing the same old stuff. We got to do new stuff and figure out what that is, and it's these people in the arts that helps us do that. So they have to be supported, and it's up to people like you and I to do that. Well, thank you. It was great time to spend with everybody. Actually, run the moms thing again, okay? And then the ending video about smoke detectors. Learn about smoke detectors. Hi, thank you for tuning into Lesko Free Radio. Listen, I have a special offer for you. I'm going to give you away a free book. It's a free ebook. If you go to lesko.com/mom, right, mom, it's for Mother's Day. It's a free ebook you can send to your mom. And it's the 50 of the best government programs for busy moms. So go to lesko.com/mom, get your free ebook, and give it to mom for Mother's Day.
Hey everybody, I'm Lil Lesko, and I don't know too much about fire safety. I'm pretty careless when it comes to these kinds of things. Whoa, hey, whoa, that is hot. Oh geez. Oh, excuse me. me. You know, I'm so careless with this fire stuff. It's a good thing I've got smoke detectors all over my kitchen. Well, okay, I don't have any smoke detectors in my kitchen. Luckily for people like me, fire departments all across the country teach people about fire safety and even give them smoke detectors from the government for free. I found out about just such a program in Winthrop, Maine, so I went to check it out.
We're a town of about 6,000 people. We do a program called Operation Get Alarmed. Our program at Winthrop Fire Department starts during Fire Prevention Week with fire prevention at the grade school, where we give two children free rides to school. We then teach them as much as we can about fire prevention, fire safety. Then we also give them free smoke detectors for our kindergartners and new students at Winthrop Grade School. And then we have an open house where they can come down. They actually get free fire engine rides. They get free food from us. We give them all kinds of free information. They can pick up free smoke detectors at that time if they needed one. When we're on calls, if we notice there's a need, we will install smoke detectors again based on our Operation Get Alarmed. And we do have them available to the public if they come and see us. Well, Operation Get Alarmed came about with a thought that I had. Happened to be the topic of fire prevention that year on the fatalities from fires and people not having smoke detectors. And I thought the best way to hit the majority of the community, making sure that they at least have one smoke detector in their house, was to go through the school, give each child one. Like I said, the first year we did it in 2003, we gave out over 400 of them. So we think we hit a pretty good percentage of households in the community. Smoke detectors really should be hung. You should have at least one on every level of your house. Inside your bedroom is basically what they're saying now. And one, like I said, one on each level. Smoke detectors can just increase the chances of getting out of a burning building faster. You know, within a minute and a half, you can have a smoke detector going off. Whereas if you don't have that, you know, you can start succumbing to carbon monoxide poisoning at that point. Going through the school is more effective for us, being that we can hit most of the students or kids in the town at the level to which they should be getting this fire prevention. You know, if you start young, you start early. I mean, I have kids now that have graduated from high school that come see me and say, I remember when you came to our school and you did fire prevention and you did stop, drop, and roll. And we give 2 students every year a ride to school in a fire truck. And I have kids now that are freshmen, sophomores, and they've come up to me and said, I remember when you gave me a ride to school when I was in 3rd grade. There's a fire prevention officer now that's doing this. I had done it for 10 years. I retired doing it 2 years ago, and I have another fellow fighter that's taken over the program. He actually spends the whole day at school. There's a whole day at Fire Prevention Week where he hits every grade level with different aspects of fire prevention, from looking at a fire apparatus to actually sitting down with the kids and teaching them stop, drop, and roll, how to call 911, information and looking for the full gamut of an emergency if somebody had to call 911.
You guys also have I think the chief mentioned something about a program there where you guys train high school kids to be firefighters?
Yeah, actually it's a program we started just about a year ago. It's our junior fire program. Like I said, it's just about a year old now. We'll go in. I'm going to be going into the schools probably within the next couple weeks and start recruiting for our next class. Right now I have presently 6 junior firefighters on our department. It's a service that they're strictly volunteer. They get no pay, and we just give them the education, the ability to become firefighters. We put them through a firefighter 1-2 program, so when they turn 18, they are actually certified as a firefighter. They can go anywhere in the country and be a volunteer or career firefighter. Basically, we trying to teach them everything they need to know about firefighting, the fire service. I mean, it starts from history of fire service all the way through to communications, teach them how, believe it or not, how to use portable fire extinguishers, to fire behavior, which is a very important part of fire service. Okay, what I have here is a basic smoke alarm. This is what we give out for Operation Get Alarmed. What we do is we bring it to school, and our fire prevention officer and or the firefighter who is teaching fire prevention at the school basically goes over the smoke detector. Like I said, on the directions it tells you the best placement for these to get the optimal use out of them. Batteries come with them. They're with it. You have to obviously plug it in. This one here tells you right on here to test. Test it monthly. Once a month is my recommendation. I believe that's what it says on there, maybe even weekly. That's the alarm you're going to hear. It's going to go off again. What we want to make sure that is the batteries are fresh. Our recommendation again is to do it every 6 months, so when you change the clocks, change your batteries. Oh, we do it as a fire service, as you know. Again, it's another tool in their toolbox to stay safe. A lot of this stuff that you do in fire service is not being done for pats on the back or accolades or way to go. It's peace of mind for us that we've done at least all we can to keep the public safe. People love it. Yeah, I mean it's people love it. It's like I said, it's smoke detectors in the school for the children, putting fire prevention in every home. So we're trying to get fire prevention in every home.
Okay, so thanks to great programs like Operation Get Alarmed, I have a place where I can go to get a free smoke detector and learn lots of great fire prevention techniques. And I could even learn how to be a firefighter myself, which is great because firefighters get mad chicks. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.